Hey everyone, today I'm going to look at the best CRM software for salon and spa-like businesses as well as other health-related businesses. So obviously these systems should have really important features that help you facilitate good customer relations, and that includes booking features, appointment scheduling, payment processing, marketing, and other streamlined operations that really boost your overall performance. So in my mind, some of the best options are Boulevard, Vagaro, Mango Mint, Fresha, Forest, and of course Mindbody. And these all have different strengths and are based on different features, the type of user friendliness you might be looking for, the customization that you might want, and of course a few other key features like the cost and integration options that are available to you. So I'm going to start over here with Vagaro. So for Vagaro, you have a lot of business types that can make very good use of this particular customer relationship management software. So I really like that Vagaro helps you manage your revenue, facilitates online booking and payments, and those marketing tools. So it's going to be best, in my mind, for larger salons and spas or other fitness and wellness organizations that have a lot of staff members and a lot of complex services. So the reason I say that is their marketplace. They have a great front-facing marketplace where you, for free, in theory, obviously based on the level of membership you have, can improve the number of bookings that you get. You can place things on this front-facing marketplace for available services, last-minute appointments, and anyone who is looking for your services or similar services in your area will automatically be connected. They'll get to see your photo gallery. They'll get to see your ratings based on previous customers. They'll get to see a lot of really important details that make it very easy for you to get repeat customers. As you can see here, the businesses that do use that marketplace are more likely to attract new customer bookings every month. They are more likely to see revenue grow. And of course, they get to keep all of those commissions. So they don't take a portion of it, which I really like. And of course, if you are working in more of a fitness-based or health-based industry and you want to offer certain classes, online classes, or even one-on-one classes, they do have that great service menu. So you can, do online yoga classes. You can do online hairstylist classes if you're trying to teach people how to foil at home. So that for me is something I really like. It is a good way to build customer relations, particularly with new customers in my mind. So now I'm going to look over here at Fresha. So Fresha is good for people who want to save money. I mean, point blank, if you are looking for a cost-effective solution that also helps you maintain information on your customers and sort of build those relationships, Fresha is free if you are by yourself. It will also scale with you based on commissions, so you don't have to worry about it being outside of your budget at any point, especially if you have a slow month. We've all had those months. Usually for me, it's, August, when people go on vacation. Everyone's suddenly like, oh no, we're going to go back to school. Let's all go on a trip. And then no one wants to book anything. So even though it's the height of summer, no one's there. People will get especially busy in the spring. There's always 1 or 2 months where things seem to lag for me. And that might not be the case for all industries and all health fields, but when you have those months, you don't have to worry that your CRM software is going to be outrageously expensive. And of course, helping you cut costs is that ability to combine several aspects of running your business into one platform. So managing your customers, managing your sales, managing your booking, managing your marketing, the more you can combine in some cases, the cheaper it's going to be long term. So while Fresha has pretty easy ways to manage your customers, you can add a client, you can add in their details. You can look at Jane Doe right here and see her profile with very basic information here, appointments, sales, client details, and any documents that she has filled out. I will say that your other services are pretty limited. So you do have the booking options here. You do have point of sales. You have some basic marketing, but these blast campaigns are going to cost you because the overall product is free. So from there, I'm going to pop over to Mindbody. Now, I really like Mindbody. but it is better for larger salons and spas that are managing multiple locations. So if you are by yourself or you only have one location, it's not necessarily going to be the best option for you. Now, it does have a very comprehensive suite of tools. It is very good for managing appointments and marketing, but also for employee performance. So that's why I do say it's better for locations, multiple locations, or organizations that have a lot of employees under their belt. So they do have really good features when it comes to improving your business relationships, particularly with new clients. I do like their ClassPass option. So I did point out that Vagaro has that front-facing marketplace, right? So that's a great way to engage with people who might be looking for services in your area, especially if you're new. If I move to a new location, I have to start all over, finding a hairstylist, finding someone to do my nails, finding someone to do my makeup, whatever. And I'm going to turn to marketplaces like this. I have in the past, and I will continue to the next time I move. So being able to see pictures, being able to see what they've done in the past, and being able to book immediately from that platform is really nice. Now, Mindbody has a very similar thing, but one of the differentiating factors here is what's called the ClassPass. So this makes it much more suitable for an array of services. Things like massages, fitness classes, maybe you offer floats as part of your med spa. In those cases, you can add class passes. So this makes it easy to fill unbooked spots and list your business in a front-facing marketplace where people get a discount for booking more than one class in a group. So instead of booking, let's say, 4 separate massages over the span of 1 quarter, I could save as a potential customer 20% by booking a class pass that gives me access to 4 classes, as it were, or 4 massages. So you can kind of make that product work for you depending on what you offer, but be advised that that is something that starts out for free. They will take a percentage, so it might cost you more depending on what you are trying to do beyond that. So managing your business, again, there's a lot of stuff here for managing your staff, which again is why I say it's good for larger salons or med spas with a lot of locations. Marketing tools, in addition to the ClassPass, can help you grow your business, and that's simple things like growing a subscriber list, integrating client information. As you can see here, that layout is very similar, very easy to see, what their membership status is, what they like to be called, and what they have purchased in the past. So you do have the ability to send personalized messages based on that client profile that you saved, and that information can really facilitate good engagement. It's a great way to get better ratings for your company, especially if you send out promos asking people to book a follow-up appointment or give their feedback on a third-party website. You can use pre-built templates from there, and of course use AI to follow up when a call is missed. So if someone does call and they're trying to book an appointment or see what the services might be that you have on Tuesday, you can have this AI follow-up here that can help book things. So that is great for me. I do like that you can reconnect with things like past clients. You can personalize messages and of course use a branded app that's powered by that same company. So if you want to build an app that facilitates better customer relations, you can do it with the branded app. Now it is going to cost you a bit more, and it's not ideal for simple salons or barber shops. It's really better suited to health and fitness companies and larger med spas or salons. However, I like that Boulevard has very similar marketing functions for helping with your client management. So where Mindbody said that you could integrate client data, fill empty spots, use this type of AI, and of course engage with past clients, Boulevard actually has some of those features as well, but in my mind in a much easier layout. So you'll see here that there are automated campaigns that you can just enable, just last minute openings. Enable that when your staff member schedule is 45%, let's go to 50% or more available. From here, you can choose text or email. How are you going to notify your clients? You can choose only an email, you can choose only a text, or you can choose whatever preference your clients have already saved to their profiles. You can pick multiple locations. We have a location in Hollywood and New York. So if I want to offer this function at all locations, I do that. If I only want it to be New York, I just click on New York. That's it. And then I can edit any of this. I can leave it as is. I can just boop, save, done. So now that is enabled. We have that campaign. We can fill slow days. We can send birthday messages. We can rescue lost clients. So that's a very similar component to what you saw with Mindbody. So all other things considered, these look to be much the same. They do have templates you can use. Depending on the level of membership you have, all of this cost can be included as well. And then you can create your campaigns here. You can send a blast campaign. You can choose your audience. So let's say I only want people who've gotten a men's haircut in the last 60 days. I only want people who have booked an appointment with Julia, or I only want people I want to promote something to. There is a lot of flexibility in creating different campaigns and sending them. Let's say right now we are doing a summer special. So I want to send this to a special audience. So what should I do? People who primary location is New York. We're going to focus on that New York. We're going to add a filter. We're going to add a provider, and we're going to say Sarah, because we want to help fill Sarah's time, and she's the one offering that campaign right now. And then another filter can be email status is subscribed. So we're only going to send it to people whose email status is subscribed. So name, we are going to do summer special with Sarah. Pretty good alliteration there. All right, so our summer special with Sarah, we have all of our audiences, and we can choose who we don't want to send it to. Maybe if someone who recently received an email. Okay, that's a great option right there. I don't know about you, but as the customer, I hate when I get multiple emails from the same company in the same day. I genuinely think every time, wait, did they just make a mistake? Maybe they forgot to add a hyperlink in there. Now they're resending it, hoping that I don't notice. So I really like that you can exclude clients who have recently received an email, because then they don't get overwhelmed. You set everything up, you create what you want, and then you send it. So there's a lot of options here. You can set up columns, header, they have templates here. You can choose the color, you can choose, bright magnolia, lots of fun details here that you can play around with. Another thing that I like about Boulevard, leaving this for a second, is that you have much better client profile availability. No matter where I click within the Boulevard platform, Gaston, great name. I have all of his stuff right here, client profile. Whoop. And then I go to my calendar and I see over here that we have an appointment booked with Brown. Same thing. I click on Brown's name. I get all of this information here. This is by far the most comprehensive client profile I have seen when it comes to a CRM software. It is not only comprehensive, but very easily laid out. I love the judicious use of colors. You can see here, we only have appointments, scheduled appointments in color. We have schedule one now in color. You can see where you are based on this little tab. So you know where you are navigating, where you've been. If you want to click over here, if you want to see what pictures we have from a recent photo to compare them, you can add them. All of this information, to me, facilitates some of the best customer relationships, because especially if I'm a salon, for example, or even if I've had my nails done and I come in and I go, hey, I want the same extra design that you did on my nails. And the woman has no idea. She kind of remembers me. She knows that I have a dog and that my sister just got married, but she doesn't really know anything else. And she certainly doesn't remember exactly what flower she carefully drew on my nails after my manicure. But if they took a picture and they added it here, she'd be able to pull it up and see and then copy it. That saves me a lot of time trying to describe what she did. It saves us both a lot of embarrassment where we realize, oh yeah, this is still a professional relationship and you don't actually remember every detail about me. So I love that we have that option. I love that they really facilitate good client relationships by that robust client profile. So I'm going to pop over here to Forest really quickly. They do have a lot of features for managing your client details. Now, Forest is really good for a focus on marketing automation in my mind, and client loyalty programs. They are ideal for salons or spas that are trying to increase customer retention. So if you're having trouble with customer retention, this is a good way to build it. So you have this quick check-in, you can import data, you can keep your client records in an easy location. And pictures, I mentioned pictures already with Boulevard. Pictures can be very, very important, especially if you are running a hair salon, for example. So with here, you can do the before and after profiles. I love that. I absolutely love that you can do that. I love that they have the digital consultation forms, and they also have virtual consultation features. So that's something where a client can actually book a consultation online, and you just get a quick consultation to make sure that they are booking the right services. So instead of having someone come in for a consult and you sit there and look at their hair and decide what colors you're going to need to do and what services they actually have to book because they want to adjust their roots and get rid of some old color that's still kind of hanging on, and then also cut their hair, you can just book a quick appointment online, check it out, make sure they have all the right paperwork filled out, and then book the appointments. So that's something to consider depending on what types of services you offer. And then, of course, finally, Mango Mint makes the list. It's a very popular option. It's user-friendly, easy to navigate. It does prioritize a smooth client experience, so it's very easy for your clients to book an appointment and manage their payment. They do have this front desk setup. You can have the swivel where you put in information, spin it on over, and this is exactly what your customers see. So they can put in their card, they can tap their card, they can swipe their card, they can add the tip. And beyond that, they do have things like two-way texting and the ability to fill out forms, much like Boulevard had. And otherwise, the calendar to me looks very simple. The information is very simple, very similarly laid out to Boulevard, but with a much more gag-inducing color scheme. So it's really up to you. I do like that they have this client timeline. You can keep track of changes. You can add photos. You can add the cards, appointment reminders, that intelligent wait list, and all the other components that you will generally get from similar software. So those are great options to consider depending on what you are looking for most. But of course, I love the client profile layout that you get here with Boulevard.